Hello everybody, it is Megan Aubrey, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. It is Saturday, December 28th. Sorry, I had to think about the date. I'm like stuck in that time between Christmas and New Year's, which, you know, you never really know what day it is or what's going on or what's happening. Kind of recovering from the holidays and certainly recovering from my work week this week, which was, even though it was short, it was so busy. So I am just taking some time on this Saturday morning to finally open up my paper pumpkin kit that I have not looked at yet, and just give you guys some little bit of news. So I still have a December hostess code, and that hostess code is here. I'll leave it out. I'll be finalizing that order either Monday or Tuesday. I know there's a couple of you that are still looking to place an order. So I will wait for you guys to do that. And in the meantime, those of you who are looking to take advantage of the new stuff that they put in the clearance rack, or maybe some items from the holiday catalog that you'd like to jump in and get before they're no longer available, you can check them out on my Stamping Up page, which is papercraftswithmeg.stampinup.net. This is, so the holiday catalog is good until January 2nd, and then starting January 3rd, we start with our new mini catalog and celebration. And those of you who are my customers, you guys should have gotten both of these in the mail by now. I get an extra one sent to me so I can kind of gauge when my customers have gotten theirs. My celebration actually came a few days before my mini catalog, but I finally got the mini one. So hopefully you guys have gotten them. If not, please let me know. If you are not a current customer of mine and you would like your own catalogs and you don't have a demonstrator, then please send me a message and I would be happy to get you the catalogs. They are, just going by the cover, you can tell they're amazing. All right, so I have seen some sneak peeks of the paper pumpkin kit. This is the December kit and it's called Something for Everything. So I have seen some sneak peeks. I have not actually opened mine yet. And most months I get more than one kit, but I knew that December was going to be crazy with, you know, the holidays and getting my own Christmas stuff done, which I still haven't done. So I knew I'd only have time to do one kit. So let's see. We have 13 stamps and their sentiments, and there's every sentiment here that we could possibly need. Feel better soon. Let's celebrate. Happy birthday. So very sorry. Just because. Love you lots. You're the best. It's your day. Thank you. Good luck, Mr. and Mrs. Hey friend. Congratulations. And then 3 little flowers. You know, so sometimes you've got a card and you're looking for just the right sentiment to put on and you're not sure which one to use. This stamp set is perfect for that. We do have the terracotta tile ink spot, and this is one of our in colors, and this ink spot has not been available before. So when you sign up for Paper Pumpkin, Stampin' Up! Guarantees that in a 12-month cycle that you will not get the same ink spot twice. So it's kind of nice because it will give you the opportunity to get your own little collection. All right, so here's the kit. And we have 12 cards. I think I've told you guys, I pretty much save everything. And after I was able to take last month's kit and make the diorama with it, I'm no longer going to be getting rid of my paper pumpkin boxes. I'm going to turn, like these boxes, you can turn inside out. So I'm no longer going to recycle them in the recycling. I'm going to use them for something. And my husband will be so pleased to know that I'm now saving empty boxes. But anyway, I digress. So here is the kit. Go ahead and open that. All right, each kit comes with full color cover page and then the instructions inside. You guys have probably seen me do this before. Comes with a nice piece of thick chipboard, and I save these because I can make my, I can do albums with these, scrapbook albums. All right. So we've got the card bases. So this looks like crushed curry. There's the terracotta tile. This is very pretty. And could be shaded spruce. So on the back of this, it tells you the coordinating colors. So you have crushed curry, grapefruit grove, old olive, shaded spruce, and terracotta tile. All right, so those are the card bases. They already come scored, so you don't need to score them yourself. It is helpful to have a bone folder. We can go over that in a minute. And then here's the little, these stickers. Yeah, these are stickers. That's nice. I like the fact they give you stickers. It's like 3 sheets of those, 4 sheets. And then these cutouts are what we will stamp the sentiments on. You also get some little, looks like terracotta tile sequins, not sequins, sorry, rhinestones. And the envelopes are almost always 100% decorated with some kind of design on them. So these look like they're all the same envelopes. Very nice. I think adding a little decoration to the envelope just kind of makes the whole card and envelope complete. All right, and then here's some gold foil cutouts, and these are also stickers. And the dimensionals. All right, so we have everything we need, I think. All right, so I'm going to put that up for now. The other things I use in addition to my paper pumpkin kit is I do use a stamp mat. I will use some snips. As I mentioned, I'll have the bone folder. And I use a piece of scrap paper. This happens to be my the Stamparatus mat, not mat, sorry, the Stamparatus grid paper. I just tear one off and I use that. So I will do some stamping first. And I need to figure out which sentiment I'm going to do. So, I think I like the thank you and hey friend and you're the best. So I'm going to do those. And I will get out my Stampin' block. If you're new to Paper Pumpkin, the first kit that you get, it will come with a acrylic stamp block like this, and it is big enough for all of the sentiments. I am not going to use my stamping spot. I do like to save those, so I will use my regular size ink pad. All right, so let's see. Does not matter. I am just going to, I will do, let's see, what did I say? You are the best. Do that one first. Now, the reason I use my grid paper for a number of reasons. Number one, so I can line up my stamp to make sure it's straight. Sorry if you got my head in there. The other thing that I use my grid paper for is when you first use these photopolymer stamps, sometimes they have a little bit of a coating on them, so they don't always stamp clear the first time. So you do need to stamp a few times to make sure that they're seasoned, like you would do with a cast iron pan. You know, when you first buy one, you're not going to use it right away. You have to season it first. So you want to season your stamps. So you can do that by either stamping them a few times on scrap paper. You can take an eraser. I've heard of people using a embossing buddy. I find that using it on with the ink and scrap paper works just as well as anything. Okay, so I think that's good. Now we have 12 cards. So as you can see, Stampin' Up! Always gives us extra die cuts that we stamp the sentiments on or the designs, because they know that, you know, sometimes mistakes happen, and believe me, everybody makes mistakes. Even those of us that have been stamping for years, you know, things happen. And the important thing is that you don't need to be perfect. Mistakes in paper crafting are opportunities. That's how I look at it. And I do take the ink pad and put it on the stamp. I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm working on my class schedule for the next few months. I'm going to have set classes every month. So Paper Pumpkin will meet on, you know, a specific day. So every month it's going to be, you know, like the third Thursday or the fourth Thursday or whatever it is I decide to do. I'm going to do a scrapbooking club, and I'm going to do a card club. And the card club, obviously, you know, both months the classes will change. And I'm going to be offering a hostess program. My customers had indicated that that was something that they were interested in. So the hostess will change every month. And let's see. Going to be doing some craft fairs and trying to stay busy and definitely trying to stay out of trouble. So today I had promised my daughter a long time ago that the Saturday after Christmas she and I would do something, just the two of us. And I'm going to be doing that with her later this morning once she gets motivated. She's because she's on, you know, vacation from school, so she's kind of a night owl. And so I'm not quite sure she's fully awake yet. It's a little bit after 7 right now. And the sun has come up. It's supposed to be a little bit stormy today. My daughter has her Christmas money that she wants to spend. She had it spent before Christmas was over, quite frankly. She had a list of things she wanted, and she didn't get everything on her list, so she's going to go buy some of the stuff. And all right, so now I'm stamping the thank you. This is a little bit, the stamp is a little bit too small for my liking on this die cut, but I will take the some of the flowers, and I think I'm going to stamp them on it. So I'm going to fast forward through this part because I know that you guys don't necessarily need to or want to watch me do this. So I'm just going to do the stamping, and then I'll be back when I'm done. All right, so I have stamped all of my sentiments for the outside of the card, and I am going to use this later to stamp the inside of the card. I've done a couple extra of the thank you because I got some ink on my finger, so some of the flowers are smudgy. So I just redid a couple of them, and a couple of the other ones I'm going to actually cover with the rhinestone, so you're never going to know. All right, I do want to see what the main design is, and I'm just going to do one of each. So we've got this one. The flower's really pretty, and the crushed curry. Get this out here. I don't need that anymore. So I'm going to do these per the instructions. We'll start with the crushed curry polka dots. It looks like we take the swirl from the gold foil, and we're just going to pick that off. All you do is punch out the shapes. It's kind of nice to do this today. Gives me a little bit time to recharge. And we all need to do that. So you could do it either, you could do it portrait or you could do it landscape. I am going to do it landscape. Okay, so in the instructions, they use 3 of the flowers that are pre-cut, and I am going to put those on. I typically like things with more dimension, so I know I had said I was going to do this per the instructions, but I'm changing my mind. So what I like to do with some stickers or cutouts sometimes is I like to pop them up, and we have these mini dimensionals in our catalog. So it will give some dimension to whatever it is you're doing. And I'm going to show you a tip because the side of the sticker is sticky, obviously, and you don't necessarily want the sticker to stick, you just want the dimensional to stick. So what I do is I will get my embossing buddy, find it, and I'm going to rub it on the sticker. This allows that part that's exposed not to be sticky. So for instance, if you put the card in an envelope and it's going to go through the mailer at the post office, then the whole card is not going to be damaged because you have this. You basically created a non-sticker. Put that there. And I'll do that with another one. You do want to put the dimensional on first, because if you take the stickiness off of this, then actually it probably shouldn't matter. I'll try it with one. I'm thinking of that now. I just don't know. I know if you use baby powder, because that's another way you can do this, is that in my experience, the dimensionals do not stick, but the embossing buddy may work. And I do use my pick tool, as you guys have probably seen before. I use my take your pick tool as an extension of my hands. Okay, so those are coming together. And then we're going to take the flowers and the leaves. And this would be another good thing to use the dimensionals for. Just gonna see where I'm going here. Okay, I am going to use the dimensionals that came with the kit to pop this up. The dimensionals that came in this kit are the bigger ones. If you don't have the mini dimensionals and you have the paper pumpkin kit, what you can do is take one of these big ones and then just cut. You can cut it in half, you can cut it in quarters. Make sure that's straight. It is. And take some rhinestones. These rhinestones are all the same size, I think. Nope, they are different sizes. So we'll do that one over here. So there's one. Put the envelope with it. There you go. All right, this is card number 2. Do this one. That one on wrong. Oh well. So the orientation of the crushed curry sticker is wrong, but oh well. It's not that big of a deal. And then which one of these did they use? So they used this cutout here. And this is one whole piece. And there's little tiny pieces inside. You can just poke those out. Very easy to do with your Take Your Pick tool. There's 4. All right. So that's going, I'm actually going to pop this up and just the right size for the big one. Okay. Take the embossing buddy. If you guys have any plans for New Year's, let me know. You can leave me a comment. And we're going to do a friend. I think I may have mixed up the banners, but that's not a problem either. So there's that one. And this one, I'm going to put one here. And then I am going to use my regular adhesive. So this is another thing you may want to have handy, is just some of the snail adhesive. Over a little bit more. I don't want it going over the side of the card. Just making it straight. Okay, so there's card 2. Super simple and quick, right? All right, card 3. I think I love these flowers. All right, so this one is Portrait. So this one we have this is Old Olive, the color here. So this is just going to get, I'm gonna pop this up. You know, if I was a new stamper to Stampin' Up, if I was a new person trying out Paper Pumpkin, some things I would get the Take Your Pick tool. I would definitely get a bone folder. I would get the snail, and I would have the mini dimensionals and the regular dimensionals. Like I said, your acrylic block comes with your first kit. And that's really all you need to be able to do what I'm doing. I'm not using anything special for these. Oh, and I'm sorry, you also need the stamp mat. Now, the embossing buddy, you can use regular baby powder. Oh, you do need a vacuum cleaner to vacuum up the backing of the dimensionals. All right, so that's going to go in the middle. And then we're going to take the big one here. And can't tell if that's one piece or if it's many. Let's see. Started here. Okay, so it's one continuous piece. So it's one continuous flower, leaves, punch out the pieces. And there's one more. So this, because I've already popped up this with the dimensionals, I'm just going to put this right on top. And I am going to take my embossing buddy and just put it underneath here, because I don't necessarily want these getting stuck to the card. I want them stuck to the circle piece, not the card itself. Okay. And then I have, oh yeah, I totally mixed up which ones I was doing. That's kind of funny. I'm going to do this the thank you one. And I am going to take one of the big, actually I'm going to take a portion of this. So I've snipped the border of the dimensional sheet, and I've just cut a piece out, and I put a little sliver on one side. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here on the other side with another piece of the dimensional that I just snipped. Put it on the end of the banner, take off the strip of protective paper, and that way it's going to go on each side of the circle, and it's going to be the same height as the circle. So those are the 3 cards for the kit. And let me put the envelopes with them. I even know who they're going to. Clean up a little bit. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that. So I'm going to take the terracotta tile, get my stamp pad back, and I'm just going to stamp in the bottom. So I just think it kind of completes the look. And I'll even do it to the front. When you are stamping, you only want to stamp one layer at a time. If you had, like, say, if you stamped the card with the envelope underneath it, you might not get a clear image. And then you would get frustrated with yourself. I may or may not be speaking from experience. 1, 2, there we go. All right, so let me show you. We've got 1, 2, and 3 really cute cards that we put together in no time. And of course, you can put the cards together and not stamp the sentiments and use the stamp set So if you need a card for a particular situation, you can just stamp it then. You don't have to pre-stamp the sentiments ahead of time like I did. And I always do, so I do this sometimes. I get one kit and then I'm like, I wish I'd gotten more than one kit. But anyway, I didn't. January will be here soon, and then the January kit will be coming. So I hope you've enjoyed this video of the paper pumpkin kit. I will do a video with my alternatives, and I'll, you know, of course, post the pics to my Instagram and my Facebook page. And if you would like to place an order, please go to my Stamping Up page, which is papercraftswithmeg.stampinup.net, and put the December host code in when you check out if your order is $150 or less. And that host code is AAGKJVJE. If your order is $150 or more, do not use that hostess code because you will get the hostess reward points. And that will equate to free stuff, and you can choose. Your free stuff can be anything from the annual catalog, the holiday catalog, or the clearance rack. And if you'd like to join my team, you can become a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and get a discount on everything you buy all the time, which is super fun. And then you earn reward points, and you can earn flex points, and you can use flex points to buy product once you accumulate a certain number. So it's super fun. And the best thing I think about Stampin' Up! Are the people that you meet and the people that you do this with. So it's a great camaraderie. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you have a great day, and happy stamping.